Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. Wanted to share this awesome card. You guys know who he is, Mr. Batty himself, big boy, Juzam Djinn. It's an old school Magic favorite, and if you guys have a nickname for Juzam, please put it in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you call this guy when you cast him. He is a 4-mana casting cost, double black. But what's really interesting about this is he is a 5/5 ground creature, not flying. But he does 1 damage to you during your upkeep. Now, Arabian Nights had a nice, interesting play on damage during upkeep. I think Serendib Ifrit was a 3/4 flyer, 3 casting cost. I think it was 1 blue. And you would do 1 damage during your upkeep also. And there was a lot of upkeep damage kind of cards. But these two were, the Serendib Ifrit and this Juzam Djinn, was super iconic because of the power level and the speed. Because if you think about it, 4 mana, you could basically do Mox, Swamp, Dark Ritual, basically first turn Juzam Djinn, which allowed you to swing basically 4 times, and you could win the game pretty quick if they don't have a swords or something. They couldn't even counter it if it was a on-the-play move. So yeah, I wanted to also share with you guys this awesome card. It's the Juzam Djinn BGS 10 Pristine version. Obviously, these high-graded cards are very coveted by collectors. This particular one is sold and gone. And I wanted to just share it with you guys before it's gone off to its owner now. Interesting enough, this card I find over the years, there is a centering concern. Top to bottom is probably the worst for this card. Left to right generally is on point, but the top border is usually thinner than the bottom from my recollection. Also, sometimes what's really interesting with surface is there are these little line marks like right here on the Arabian Nights cards. And that does occur, I think, on the front and the back. So that may sometimes affect the surface. This particular example, though, is, I don't know, when they have a 9/5 surface, it's more about microscopic stuff, where it's a 9/5 from a BGS 10 surface. But I thought this card was exceptional. It might be just like a little print dot. There are examples I have noticed where, let's see if I don't have an example with me, but I think sometimes like right here, there's like a white print dot, and this one obviously does not exhibit that. Or actually maybe it's right here. It's like a white dot. It's pretty noticeable if it does have it, but I don't think this yet. I don't see anything on this one. So there are some variations in terms of print quality, which does determine the grade itself, affects the overall grade. But that's what makes, these obviously gem mint examples are really precious, but pristine examples are really, really, really special. So I thought it was, this one's going to be going away to a collector, and it's kind of a sad goodbye. I think early in my career, I owned the original Juzam Djinn painting. I kind of regret selling it because I realize I'm more of a collector now, and I like the nostalgic part of the art. It's just it's hard to replace one-of-one items, obviously, but I always thought this was a little too devilish for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a huge fan into demonic paintings. But I still like it. I've always found it really intriguing. I always wondered who this little Aladdin character was. Mark Tadine, the original artist, said it wasn't a particular person, but I always thought it was kind of cool. And the original painting is what's really neat. I will mention this to you, is the red background is really deep red. It's a lot deeper. And you'll notice that there's also, I think it's acrylic gouache, so it has a little bit of watercolor feel to it in a way, like kind of, like when watercolor paint kind of puts together water with paint, it kind of has a blend to it. In the card, it tends to be very more focused, that is. Not as blurry, I would call it. And I think the original also has a lot of pencil in it, color pencil. And, his teeth is a lot more nasty looking in the painting. And those are the details you don't see in the card, but you definitely will see when you see in the painting. So I thought that was kind of neat to point out. All right, guys. Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Juzam Djinn? For you mono black players, this is the icon card for old school Magic in many different ways. I believe this was on the original Arabian Nights booster box packaging. This has a lot of fun factor and nostalgia for people. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a favorite card of yours? Do you like others? Leave it in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed these old school Magic little reviews. I like to do these once in a while. They tend to be very fun and bring you back on certain cards. And yeah, this one's going away, and this beautiful high-grade quality. But you know what? I still love just these old ungraded versions too. They're just beautiful. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. And Mr. Juzam tells you, have a good week. Bye-bye. Or take a damage during your upkeep.